Imagine if you could snap your fingers and instantly be on the sunny beaches of Hawaii, or maybe even on the snowy peaks of Mount Everest. No plane tickets, no packing, just instant travel. Sounds like a dream, right? Well, that's the promise of teleportation, a concept that has fascinated us for generations. But hold on to that dream for just a moment. As we dive into the world of teleportation, we're faced with a paradox that might just end our teleportation dreams. What if I told you that stepping into a teleportation machine could, in a way, be the end of you as you know it? Sounds like something straight out of a sci-fi movie, but stick with us. It's not just about the science fiction. It's about grappling with the philosophical debate on what makes you, you. When we talk about teleportation, the image that often comes to mind is disappearing in one place and reappearing in another, almost magically. In the realms of science fiction, it's as simple as pressing a button. But what does science have to say about this? Let's take a moment to separate fact from fantasy. The closest thing we have to teleportation in the real world comes from the field of quantum mechanics, through something known as quantum teleportation. This isn't about sending people away to distant lands in the blink of an eye, but rather it's about transferring the state of a particle to another particle, potentially miles apart, without anything physical traveling the distance. It's fascinating. However, it's crucial to note that quantum teleportation is miles away from the sci-fi teleportation we dream about. As of now, we can't teleport matter, especially not humans, from point A to point B. What's being teleported in experiments today are information states, not physical objects. This reality check brings us back to Earth from our sci-fi dreams, but if one day the fantasy of teleporting as we see in movies becomes possible, how would it affect our understanding of personal identity? Would you, who arrives at the destination, really be you, or just a perfect copy? Let's get into the world of paradoxes and ethical dilemmas. Imagine stepping into a teleportation machine ready to beam across the globe, but here's the catch. The process disassembles you atom by atom and then reassembles you at your destination. The question that haunts scientists and philosophers is the person who steps out on the other side really you? This is where we hit a philosophical wall, the teleportation paradox. It's not just about the technical feat of moving matter from point A to point B. It's about the essence of who we are. If every part of you is perfectly replicated somewhere else, down to the last atom, is that replicate still you, or is it merely a new entity with your memories and personality? If teleportation were possible, would stepping into the teleporter mean ending your existence as you know it? Let's pause for a moment and think. How do you feel about the idea that you might not continue after teleportation? Does the continuity of your consciousness define you, or is it something else? The Ship of Theseus paradox. It's a classic thought experiment that's puzzled philosophers for centuries. Here's the gist. Imagine there's a ship, and over time, its wooden planks get old and are replaced one by one. After a while, every single part of the ship has been replaced. Now, the question is it still the same ship? This might seem like a simple question, but it dives deep into the heart of what it means to be, well, anything at all. Now, let's connect this to our teleportation paradox. Just like the ship, if you're disassembled and reassembled somewhere else, are you still you? If all your parts are the same, but they've been taken apart and put back together, does your identity survive the journey? Think about it. Is you defined by the collection of your parts, your memories, your personality? Or is there something more intrinsic that makes you, you? To make this more relatable, consider a personal object you're attached to, perhaps a childhood toy. If you replaced each part of it over time, would it still hold the same sentimental value? Would it still be the toy you grew up loving, or would it be something new? It's crucial to understand the concepts of identity and continuity. Identity, in this context, isn't just about our physical appearance or the roles we play in society. It's about the core of our being, the essence that persists through time and change. Continuity, then, is the thread that links our past, present, and future selves together, despite the inevitable changes we undergo. Philosophers have long debated the nature of identity, proposing various theories to explain how we remain the same person over time. One such theory is psychological continuity, which suggests that our identity is maintained through our memories, beliefs, and personality traits. If you were to teleport, according to this theory, as long as your memories and personality remain intact, you would still be you. But let's apply this to teleportation. If a machine disassembles and then reassembles you, ensuring your memories and personality traits are perfectly replicated, would psychological continuity theory consider the reassembled you the same person, or does the physical discontinuity break the chain of identity? Imagine for a moment you have a diary that you've been writing in for years, capturing your thoughts, experiences, and growth. If someone were to create an exact replica of this diary, would it hold the same value to you? Would it be your diary, or just a copy, despite being identical in every way? Is it our physical existence, our memories, the continuity of our consciousness, or something else entirely? Click the next video to dive deeper with us, hit subscribe and like the video.